I believe this is a place we can go to reassure New Yorkers that the fears that I've heard from many of them will be unfounded because we have some systems in place. That's what I'm trying to do, just try to stabilize the situation and calm it down.
All right, the breaking news tonight, Governor Hochul saying she will not remove Mayor Adams from office despite all the controversy over his federal corruption case. Instead, she says she'll introduce legislation that will increase oversight of City Hall. And thanks so much for joining us on Pick 7 News at 6. I'm Corey Chambers.
And I'm Shirley Chan. Now, this comes as the mayor is facing intense scrutiny and calls to resign over his relationship with the Trump administration as he tries to drop his federal corruption case.
Yeah, and new tonight, Mayor Adams just releasing a statement following the governor's announcement. Let's get right to Pick 7's Eileen LaPalmer with the very latest on this. Eileen.
Well, we are outside of the governor's office here, and this news conference started about a half hour late. The governor saying she did not make this decision lightly, but in the end, she said she is not going to remove Mayor Eric Adams from office, saying that that would be against the will of the people of New York who elected him. She also pointed out that she is not a king or a queen, a reference to President Trump's recent social media post. Instead, she said she will be putting guardrails in place, and that they would be including things like adding another layer of checks and balances. So there would be an inspector general for New York City affairs. They would be giving the controller, the public advocate, and the New York City speaker the ability to sue the federal government. And it would expand funding for the state controller for city oversight. The governor explaining her objectives with doing this.
Make no mistake. The current situation is one that I take very seriously. That's why I want to spell out my immediate objectives. Number one, to stabilize the city and restore calm. Number two, ensure that all services for our residents continue without disruption. And three, to take steps to make sure our leaders are operating only with the city's best interests in mind, unimpeded by any legal agreements with the Trump Justice Department.
And now the governor was asked directly if she would tell Mayor Eric Adams to resign, and she said it is not up to her to tell someone else to leave an elected office. Now, all of this does require legislation, and so that will require the state legislature to get involved. But she said once they do, it would take effect immediately and stay in effect until 2025. That is putting in these guardrails. Now, we reached out to Mayor Eric Adams' office, and just moments ago we did get a full statement from him. I'm going to read it for you. It says, "I was elected by the people of New York City and its working class communities to uphold their values, and that is what our administration has done. While there is no legal basis for limiting New Yorkers' power by limiting the authority of my office, I have told the governor, as we have done in the past, that I am willing to work with her to ensure faith in our government is strong. I look forward to continuing those conversations." That from the mayor's statement there after the governor announcing that she's not, at this point, going to remove him from office. We are live here outside the governor's office. Eileen LaPalmer, Pix 11 News.